Hey everybody, what's up? Whoops, I forgot to change the title on YouTube. Maybe if YouTube had a better way of updating this fucking thing. There are 53 encounters for Ho-Oh. That's not too bad. At least Ho-Oh is, an easy mon. Okay, hopefully that's switched over. Alright. Enjoy the engagement. What's funny is that Dynamax Adventures is pretty much the thing that gets me the most views. People love the Dynamax Adventures. They're loving it. I would love it more if it would give me a shiny, chat. The drought is catastrophic at this point. Where are the new shinies? Alright, anyway, you guys know the drill. Let's do a solo warm-up run. And see who we run into. Maybe Skunk Tank would have been better. Well, Amelia got it. Okay, wow, this is a pretty good lineup. Alright, let's see. Oh, no way. Is that... Could it be my new bestie, Nihiligo? Okay. I mean, I'm kind of noticing the disturbing lack of anything good against Nihiligo. The whole board is like fairies. This game is evil. It knows. But speaking of Nihiligo, chat, I got the secret Nihiligo in pocket. Which is funny because I've had such bad luck until I didn't, I guess. I also finally picked up Stacka. So the only two the only two cards that I need left to complete the set are Guzzlord and Alolan Dug Trio EX. So if I can ever manage to grab them, it's always some bum EX card that you have left to complete the set. Oh hey, it's Magneton. It's like we never left Pokemon Coliseum. It's like we never left. The Magnetons are still everywhere. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Literally the original, but live action. What a pointless project. Alright, Magneton went boom. I actually really like Magneton shiny. I think Magnemites, nobody, whenever we talk about good shinies, chat, nobody ever brings up Magnezone's line. And it's like, I think they're cool though. They're good shinies. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Our old pal Nihiligo is back and waiting for us at the end of this first run. Nobody took Magneton? Would've just, would have been somewhat nice. Okay, well, I definitely don't want to take Comfey against a Nihiligo. I don't really want to take Glalie against a Nihiligo either, so I guess we're going Pangoro. I feel like we fought a lot of Bouffalant the last Dynamax adventures. And we're back. We're boofing it up again. I think this would be a new shiny for me if Bouffalant ever felt so inclined. Magneton's model was ruined in Gen 6. You know, that doesn't surprise me. Any news for Pokemon? I don't think so. I mean, NAIC has been on the past few days. But that's not really news. I think the finals are 2 Italians. I think the 2 guys that made it all the way are Italian. I actually haven't watched, I need to go back and watch the Vods. I haven't really caught a lot of it. I just saw that Wolfie was knocked out kind of early. Maybe that Incineroar distribution is his Madden curse. They were roommates! I mean, if Sean... Okay, yeah, Sean took it. Alright. Alright. I was like, surely the NPCs are gonna annoy me here, but no, it worked out. I'm pleasantly surprised. I've come to expect the NPCs to do the bad thing, not a good thing. They're sharing a bed. Marco was that guy's one of the best players in the world. Couldn't even have enough to like get his own room. The Stippins or whatever they're called couldn't even get this guy his own room. That's messed up. What do we want to do against Nidoking? I'm gonna go for coaching again, honestly. Okay, yeah, everybody, the coaching has good synergy here. I probably will save maxing against Nihilego. We're just gonna Lariat. Also, I saw they had, I guess that's a thing that they like doing now at the start of NAIC. Which the internet, these are always the second biggest tournaments behind Worlds, if you're not somebody that follows competitive Pokemon anything. And at these tournaments, they've started doing like little live shows to kick them off, which is kind of cool. For EUIC, they had this, I think they were British, this British band performing that was pretty cool. And for NAIC, since they were in New Orleans, they had like a Mardi Gras thing, which was cool. And then you see Pikachu and Eevee just on the stage bobbing along. Okay. Oh, Nidoking's good here, but I could power it up if somebody else takes it. Okay, Amelia. Alright, Amelia, I see you. We're gonna make this happen. I'm about to coach these guys to the Nihilego Super Bowl. Oh, what day is it, chat? It's so refreshing. We're starting a Dynamax stream and it's not Kyogre, it's not Palkia, it's not Zygarde. What is going on? It's just my old pal Nihilego here. That did a lot of damage. Ow. That was a strong acid spray. Talk about doing a lot of damage. What's up, everybody? You're just in time for the first boss, which is our old pal Nihiligo, if you can believe it. We're punching the jellyfish. Ill-advised. I would not advise to bullet punch a jellyfish in real life. But for Nihiligo's sake, you can. Alright, and that's a GG right there, chat. Nice. A first round, and it was painless, and we won? What's going on? All right, let's see. Let's see. Gold jelly? Nope. 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 Aww. Nihiligo. That's pretty rude. Not even a boof. Not even a boof for good luck. Nope, we're good, lady. Also, I think I have an egg in my party. I think that might be Baniri. Alright, let me get online. If anyone is around, feel free to join up. If not, we'll keep doing solo runs. How do you get Poiple? You get Poiple after... What's the number of Ultra Beasts you have to catch? You basically get it by catching enough Ultra Beasts. I think that... I think Poiple showed up after... Oh, man. And the Twitch chat on OBS logged me out, so I have to log back in. That's so... Oh, Serenity now. I think Poiple showed up after I caught Stackataka. I have Buzzwole, Hermosa, Stacka. Is it maybe 5 UBs? Circuitry. Something like that. Do 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 do. Alright, 2 more slots if anybody wants them, chat. Okay. I couldn't see chat for like 3 minutes there, I'm sorry. I had to log in real quick. I have to log in, otherwise I can't see when ads are about to play or anything like. I can't type in chat, so I have to log in. Doing a Tapu Fini raid, nice. I don't think we saw any of Tapu Koko. The only Tapu I have left is Koko, and Koko does not want to show up anymore. At least I don't think Koko showed up last Max stream. But we've already seen Nihiligo, who hasn't shown up in a while either, so... Perhaps we're gonna see some different faces. Perhaps we will see some different faces. I wouldn't mind seeing the Latis tonight, Lugia. We don't see much of Azelf anymore. Tapu Koko needs a vacation. It's true. Relatable. What's up, Mimikyu? I always just do randoms. I don't ever focus really on any particular Pokemon anymore. Who do I have saved? I think I have Zygarde, Solgaleo, somebody else saved. Yeah, Solgaleo does not, they just mean saving the route as in the Dynamax route. Okay, we went from Bufalon to Tauros. I mean, speaking of potentially Solgaleo related activities here. Steel is not one of my favorite types to fight. Honestly though, some of the steel Pokemon that are not bosses, like Klinklang, can equally end your run. Alright, Relicanth. You and me, my friend. I can't remember which game it is, but one of the games that Relicanth is in describes it as the perfect Pokemon, the perfect life form. And you know what? I agree. I wish the Reggies were in here instead of having to be full odds hunts elsewhere. The Swords of Justice really were not bad. I definitely recommend if you ever need Cobalion, Virizion, or Terrakion shiny. Sword and Shield are really good ways to get those three. But the Reggies, It's just so weird to me that the shiny charm works with the Swords of Justice, but not with the Reggie gang. Like, why? Why is that? I don't understand. Beep, 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 beep. $132 encounters with Cobalion. Nice. So many people in chat got the Swords of Justice way quicker than I did. How many did Cobalion take me? Terrakion was 2145. Cobalion was 2127, and I think Virizion was 957. Or maybe it was 1026. But I'll think, like, even going into the 2K territory with Terrakion and Cobalion, like, they're still such quick hunts. I wonder if the Switch 2 changes how fast, if it would be better to just reset or to do picnic resets. That Starmie fight felt like it took so long for some reason. Gift gibble. The gibble of great gifting. You went from 25 to 118. Yeah, it's so fast. They're probably some of the best legendary hunts, honestly. Relicanth doesn't provide a lot for a steel Pokemon, but it's strong, so I'm gonna hang on to it for now. Our mom had a thing for Professor Cedric Juniper. Professor Cedric Diggory. Why did they give Juniper, like, a dad character that was so involved? Did that character need to exist? Like, we already had Fennel. Like, did we need to have her dad on the... Is she a Nepo baby? Is Professor Juniper a Nepo baby? She's only a professor because of her dad. He was the original professor? Did we find that out from the Terra League? I don't remember. I'm having a mint. I'm having a spearmint mint. Yeah, that's what it reads. That's kind of what it reads as to me. Like, we can't have a woman as a professor. She has to also have her dad here. Cedric. Where is Cedric? It's almost like a case of Sonia Magnolia stuff. I guess being a Pokemon professor, that stuff just runs in the family. What are the dots on Tauros's head made of? They look like they're almost steel, stainless steel. What's up, Rescue Squad? We're gonna catch you in a nest ball just in case you're shiny. I hate dropping Relicanth. I really like Relicanth. He really is the perfect life form. I'm not joking. Not even joking. Professor Olive? Yeah, what kind of professor are we gonna get in Gen 10, I wonder? We just got we got version exclusive professors. I think they'll probably just go back to having one. It'll probably be a while before version exclusive professor. Unless that was some sort of hit gimmick that they think is worth bringing back. What's up, Purple Pikmin? No, don't say that, Mimikyu. Rotom becomes the professor. Everything just turns into Rotom. I'm Rotom. You're Rotom. Oh, that light screen will help. Didn't realize we had two grass types taking Torkoal here. Hopefully we can kill it before Torkoal kills us. Any other Rotoms I should know about? Ow, look at how much damage that did to me, and I'm neutral. This is just a Tauros. I don't... Is this a hot take? I don't like Sonya very much. I don't really like her, and I don't really like Magnolia. I don't know. I guess a lot of Pokemon professors are not exactly super interesting, so... My favorite professor is Magnolia. Has anyone ever uttered that sentence before? Probably not. For your compound eyes challenge? Nice. I saw... I've noticed a trend, chat. I've noticed a trend. Anytime somebody writes an article about Nintendo, former Nintendo employees, it's like an American Dad joke. It's gonna be Roger. Every time you see an article that's like former Nintendo employees, it is always Kit and Krista. Always. Every time Kit and Krista have a new podcast episode, they say something that everybody picks up and puts in an article, and they're like, former Nintendo employees have revealed. It's always Kit and Krista. Never be fooled, chat. It's always them. But anyway, what they said today, or whenever their podcast was, they said former Nintendo employees, Kit and Krista, says Nintendo's strategy with Backlash is 99... That's Celesteela. Wonderful. Nintendo's strategy with Backlash 99% of the time is do not engage. I mean, yeah. That typically is what Nintendo does. You don't see them issuing a lot of statements. They're not typically always responding to fan backlash. Could you imagine if Nintendo did do that? I know. That really is like, yeah, wow, Nintendo just chooses not to engage. Yes, I know. Yeah, it works out for them. It works out for them. For better or for worse, it works out for them. Yeah, I mean, Nintendo is too big to fail. They are just too big to fail. None of their controversies will ever substantially impact their sales. I'm too scared to go for close combat. We're taking this simple. I mean, a lot of times I'm glad most companies don't listen to fans, because a lot of fans don't know what they're talking about. But, you know, I guess it is what it is. Man, that's a big Torkoal. I mean, the Switch 2 is like the best-selling console of all time or something like that, right out of the gate. Like, even after all the pricing debates and like lower the price, people still went out and bought Mario Kart World. They bought the Switch too. Ow, Tauros, you must live. You didn't? I didn't either. This is Switch 1, baby. I mean, call me when they have some actual games on their console. Call me when they have something more than just Mario Kart. Switch 2 is Nintendo's fastest selling console despite high prices. This is an article I see right now. Switch 2 sold over 1.1 million units in the US for launch week, setting new record. Like, they broke a bunch of records and stuff. Oh. We just broke Celesteela's face. GG. Snapped your bamboo neck. From what I've seen, most people are saying that the performances of Switch 1 games are a lot better. But that's just what I've seen. Obviously, I don't have first-hand account. I mean, Gen 10 will definitely be Switch 2 exclusive. PLZA is definitely the last game they're gonna have on both. Probably. Like 98% sure of that. Again, I don't think they're gonna do a special console for ZA, but they will have one for Gen 10. Whatever Gen 10 ends up being called and themed to. Oh, you saw somebody do a mock-up? That's cool. They should do a yellow one for Donkey Kong Bonanza. Make the Joy-Cons like yellow, like banana. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how fast the Switch 2 gets cracked. $3 million units in the first week. Yeah, that's a ton. And again, with just one game, pretty much. One game and a bunch of games that you can play better on a PC. Look, chat, I'm gonna be honest. I am shocked by how many people I've seen buying Cyberpunk for the Switch 2. Do people not have gaming PCs, I guess? You want to play that on a handheld? I mean, okay. You do you, I guess. Oh boy, a dragon. Oh boy, oh boy. I mean, absolutely jack shit on the field. Crawdon Sharpedo. Oh no. Miss Galarian Mime? Question mark? Okay, the RNG of the fields have been very bad today. What's going on? Is that like an EverDrive? I think EverDrive is the one for N64 that just holds all the N64 games. Is it like a cartridge that holds an entire library of Switch titles? first new Mario Kart in 10 years. Yeah, but it's still a Mario Kart game. Mario Kart is fun, but not something I want to get like hardcore into. I've already seen some of the hardcore runs of courses in Mario Kart World. It's some of those people are not even touching the track. They're Sonic grinding on walls to the finish line. It's crazy. It's like an R4. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I mean, I do think Bonanza looks fun. Like, if I had a Switch 2, I'd be excited for Bonanza. The weird Mario Odyssey spiritual successor nobody thought was gonna ever exist. I saw some, speaking of both Bonanza and Mario Kart World, I saw some people speculating that Donkey Kong and Pauline only have one outfit that you can get in World. And so I saw some people speculating that maybe they'll have some downloadable content for free for Mario Kart World where you can download like a Bonanza themed Pauline and Donkey Kong costume. I thought that was an interesting theory. I could see that. Who knows, though? Maybe they were just like, yeah, Pauline, Donkey Kong, you don't get to have costumes. The costumes go to the babies. We need 50 costumes to Baby Peach, please. Giratini. That's a good name. Sounds like an Italian pasta. Yes, I'd like to order some Giratini, please. I saw an article that was like, Sony's already hard at work on the PS6, and they're probably still going to be releasing games on the PS4 when that console comes out. This generation of consoles is so weird. I feel like we've diverted from the path big time. Oh, or the Lapras all spawned on the ground. Oh, we do have a Selgor here. Aw, damn. Why they gotta put two kings together like this? There's no way Galarian Mime isn't the tallest Dynamax Pokemon. It has to be. Like, from the tip of its horns, whatever those are, that's a tall Pokemon. It's a big, big mime. Large mime. Oh, you randomized Evos. My favorite time to do randomizers are Gen 1, where if you randomize evolutions into the same type, because you'll have something like Haunter evolving into Ghastly, who evolves into Gengar. or Dratini that evolves into a Dragonite, something like that. Because they were like, oh, let's only have like 3 dragons. We're good. Ow. Why'd they give you a jack-o'-lantern face, Galarian Mime? You even have, like, the triangle pumpkin nose. But you're not spooky. You're not, like, David S. Pumpkins. You're ice. Metapod was normal? No. Yeah, in Gen 8, clouds and fire are all very, like, poofy for some reason. They're, like, solid objects and less dissipating. Like, they just... The clouds look weird. Casper the Friendly Mime. Do kids even know who Casper is anymore? What's up, Cacturn? Did I say that already? I can't remember. I don't think Gen Alpha doesn't even know who Casper is. I mean, that's fine. I never really loved Casper as a kid myself. Truant Wigglytuff, wow. Rolling Truant in a randomizer is so unfortunate. It's like rolling slow start. Casper do a crossover with the Brave Toaster? I have no idea. I haven't a clue. Okay, we got Wishcash, Sharpedo, Crawdaunt. What a lineup. I mean, these two... Hey, wait a minute. Is this a Lati, perhaps? My favorite randomizer starter was, Swalot. That was the best starter I ever rolled in a randomizer. Swalot the powerhouse. No Gamba? Yeah, slow start and Truant are like trash versus garbage. Poor Regigigas. Somebody help him. Intimidating view of Sharpedo right here. Oh, it dodged. That's great. An obvious way to help Regigigas. We must lift him up. We the people. Chansey is such an egg. Chansey is so round. What if Egg? Eggberta. That would be a great nickname. Yeah, you know, there's an op. Regigigas has an op on Game Freak that's keeping Regigigas down. Because, like, what is that? The only Pokemon to have an ability and it's Regigigas. They couldn't even let him have a little bit of fun in PLA. They couldn't let the guy have a little bit of fun. There's not even competitive in PLA. It would have been fine. It would have been fine. They did not need to do that. You could have just let the guy have one game where he wasn't slow. They're like, no. No, no fun allowed. Large egg. Oh, the confusion hits. Now I'm getting brought back to Coliseum. Now it's taking me back to how many times I got hit in Coliseum. We're doing no damage to this thing. We're doing no damage. I kind of wish somebody had Gambit. We need a little bit more attacking power. Uh-oh. If I get hit, I die. Actually, that's bad, too. Uh-oh. Mega Regigigas. Oh, and that was so bad, it's causing the game to have a stroke. How are Megas gonna work after PLZA is over? Are they gonna give out new Megas for something like Champions? I'm so curious. Or is it gonna be the list of Megas you get in ZA is it until we come back around to another Mega Evolution gen? Reggie Gigasite. Reggie Gigasite. Gigatite. Reggie Gigasite. I mean, honestly, I think Megastones are really stupidly named. I think they could have simplified the Mega Evolution stones considerably. But then having a condensed item in a Game Freak game is just not possible. We have to have one CD for every Genesect type. We have to have a plate for every Arceus type. Like, they're not capable of doing that. Pokemon in 2099 is gonna have 50,000 gajillion items. Dragonite Knight. That would be crazy. Like, they should have had it where you attach a Mega Stone to a Pokemon capable of Mega Evolving and they're like, oh, it morphs into working with that Pokemon. There's some way that they could have simplified the system. Yeah, and being able to, forcing them into holding the stone. We still don't even, like, our abilities back? Our held items in PLZA? I don't even know. They haven't talked about it. Yeah, there's definitely ways with items that they could have simplified it. They just go for the most clunky thing every time. Yeah, some Megas, it's like, yeah, you need to hold that stone. Can you imagine Mega Rayquaza with, like, a life orb? Or a choice item? Holy moly. Yeah, it's like in some... But the thing is, Megas are so unbalanced. You have some that are like Mega Rayquaza, and you have some that are, you know, Mega Sharpedo. Some that are Mega Camerupt. Oh, and sometimes you fight Guzzlord. Yeah, I hope we get a direct soon as well. It's a real bummer that Pokemon was like, hey, come back in like 2 months before we'll give you any news. It's like, oh, okay, bye. They don't want to see Mega Beedrill with Choice Scarf Fury Cutter. They don't want to see Mega Beedrill win. They're always holding Beedrill down. Nerf the speed strat? Or stat? Some type of Intimidate, but for speed? I like Trick Room a lot. Maybe add more Pokemon that can really utilize Trick Room correctly. Because fast Pokemon definitely get punished in Trick Room. Oh nice, Sharpedo has Scale Shot. Good crit. Sharpedo's defense drops. The glass is even more glass. Mega Porygon Z, that would be so cool. Yeah, I wonder if that would be too strong though. Some sort of ability that automatically activates Trick Room. That seems like it'd be busted. Mega Rayquaza's tied for highest base stat total with Mega Mewtwo Y. Can we redo Mewtwo's Megas? Can we get a do-over on those fellas? If I remember correctly, more people used Y competitively than X. Wait, wasn't that the case for Charizard too? Why'd they do the X version so bad? So dirty. That sounds like a it's a good out of context sentence. The X versions. Oh wow. That was a very unfortunate crit. Uh-oh, not the Guzzy Beast boost. Uh-oh. That's two of them. What was that awkward shot of the rock? Did you see that? You saw the back of Galarian Mime and all of a sudden... Oh, and Sharpedo's dead next. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. We're dead. No, not losing a Guzzlord. Oh, that feels bad. I mean, I could set up the Aurora Veil, but it doesn't matter anymore. We're so low. Perhaps I should have set it up sooner. It's tough, because it's like, do you go for support or do you just go for offense? More often than not, I just like to attack. I still have that same mindset of when I was a child, like, Swords Dance. What is that? Sand Attack. I just like offense. Mega Dash Bun with Yeast Boost. Dash Bun's ability is actually pretty cool. I wish it was a stronger Pokemon. Dash Bun's ability is actually quite interesting. I think it's one of the more unique abilities they introduced in Gen 9, but then Dash Bun just kind of stinks. Wow, that's a total board wipe. Whoa, Guzzy, man, listen. 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 Damn. That was brutal. Yeah, I wish Houndstone was better too, honestly. I mean, we were stuck with a lot of shitty water types that round, unfortunately. That was a very ungenerous board. We got no RNG in our favor there. Like, where's the fairies? All we needed was Alcremie and we could have prospered. When the world needed Alcremie most, she vanished. Buff Mega Ampharos? They should. There's so many Megas I'd like to see them give a little bit more oomph to. Is Houndstone your favorite Gen 9 Pokemon, Tyler? Let's see, we got Starmie, Raichu, Ninjask. We'll go Raichu. To tempt an activation for yeah, I wish it was... It's like they kind of had the right ingredients, it just, they overcooked it. Maybe undercooked it. I think we might get cooked here, considering this is either Kyogre or Palkia. The only 2 water Pokemon I have left. And do we see any... Oh, we do have Kingler on the field. Kingler's a wide guarder. Go up, grab Tox. Grab Kingler. Yeah, Mega Mawile, I think of Mega Mawile as one of the strongest Megas, and then Sableye was just, like, help him. I feel like regular Sableye has more utility. Possibly. 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 Perhaps. They're just gonna lightning here. Set up the terrain to help Galvantula without having to waste a move to use it. Yeah, our squad is pretty decent. Max Lightning. I don't know why Palkia doesn't shine for me. See, I thought we were friends. I thought Palkia and I had something special, but I got Dialga shiny like 3 years ago. I've had Dialga shiny forever. So maybe it was Dialga I needed this whole time. Not Palkia. Yeah, Pearl Gang. I went Pearl Gang in PLA too, and did Palkia appreciate me sticking by its side? No. No. No Poffins for Palkia. Palkia's Poffins. That sounds like a... Palkia's turned over a new leaf and is starting a life in the baking business. I hate when they live with like 2 HP. Yeah, Sableye and Spiritomb. It was always one of my favorite things about Spiritomb, but honestly, I still think about that with Spiritomb. Fairy has existed for a while, but I still think of Spiritomb as like, no one can touch him. Palkia and the Haunted Chocolatier. Eric said that Haunted Chocolatier is going to be bigger than Stardew Valley the other day, and I'm like, yo, tell me more. I will be seated. Yeah, then you have the electric levitators, Electros, Rotom. Although Rotom has Ghost, so not full immunity. Imagine if they just made pure electric Rotom with Levitate. I love Claydol. Very cool Pokemon, but you gotta stop showing up so much, man. Talk about a Pokemon that could use a buff. Look, Claydol, you're great. Huge fan. Stop showing up in Dynamax Adventures. You are quite possibly one of the worst ground rentals. You're not good, son. I know, I wish Spiritomb was stronger. They probably thought, oh, well, we're giving Spiritomb no weaknesses, so it's fine. But then, womp womp. All of a sudden, Fairy type pulls up. Yeah, and you know, actually full offense to Palkia, but it doesn't have a good shiny. I like Dialga's shiny more. Palkia's shiny. I mean, it's not absolutely dreadful, worst of the worst, but that's definitely not one of my favorites. I think a lot of other gens of legendaries have much better shinies. Because Heatrans is stinky too. I mean, Dialga's is fine, but... I mean, Cresselia has a good one, Tina has a good one. And the Lake Guardians, I guess they're okay? I don't know, they needed to polish up those shinies for the legendaries in Gen 4. Palkia's straight Garbo. Who lost their arms when they got their origin form? This guy. Who turns into a weird horse? This guy. This guy turned into a centaur with no arms. That is a heinous sentence. Imagine telling yourself, playing as a kid, playing Gen 4, and imagine going back in time and telling myself, Palkia is gonna get a form one day where it turns into a centaur with no arms. I would just look at myself and be like, what? Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I think about that sometimes. It's like showing this to my kid self, or... And it's like, wow, this would be... my mind would have been blown. I was actually looking at one of the things that if I ever, for some reason, need to get some nostalgia on the fly, one thing that will give me so much this might be the thing that gives me the most nostalgia on the planet, is looking at old holographic stickers of Gen 1 Pokemon. Like every time. Yeah, I was looking at some Gen 1 stickers last night, actually. It's like, wow, this is so much nostalgia. I love a good 90s holographic sticker, what can I say? Yeah, I would... You see, that's... If... Whoever designed Origin, Dialga, and Palkia said something like, well, this is why they were designed. You know, we understood why they look the way they look. That would be one thing. We have no idea. They don't ever tell us anything anymore. Developer interviews or inside looks just don't happen at Game Freak. On a very, very, very rare occasion. So we just kind of have to guess what the artist's intent was, which is lame. Maybe if I understood what the artist was going for, I mean, I still don't like the designs. But if I understood why they look like such freaks, maybe, you know, a little bit of provided context would make me like them a little bit more. Yeah, I don't like Dialga. Origin Dialga, I think, is quite possibly one of the worst forms in existence. All right, who's taking this, by the way? All right, that works. There is only one solution, chat, and it is crab. Where Squidward chokes on a fork. My favorite thing about the origin forms is how people try to justify how unpopular they are. For some reason, some Pokemon fans feel the need to add context and lore where I don't think they exist. So a lot of people were like, well, Dialga has that thing in its throat because Arceus punished it and it can't learn Roar of Time. It can still learn Roar of Time. You are not correct. What are you talking about? It can still learn Roar of Time. Kind of a bang in theory if it, you know, couldn't learn Roar of Time. I see the appeal in somebody saying that. But, like, it can still learn Roar of Time, so you're just full of it. But that's just a theory. It can't be a theory. Because the fact that it learns Roar of Time completely negates that. Oh, also we're fighting Kyogre. I'm not acknowledging Kyogre. We're not on speaking terms right now. The thing that bugs me the most about Origin Dialga is the way that they shaded the model. It's giving like polygon people from Smash for the N64. And it's even more confusing because Giratina, I love both Giratinas. I don't know what happened with Dialga and Palkia. Like, both Giratinas are awesome. I love Tina in both forms. Snake and six-legged. I don't know how they crushed it on Tina and then went for some weird shit with the other two that just did not land. Kyogre doesn't grovel. Kyogre would be like, yeah, I said that shit. Yeah, I said that. Origin Pulse doesn't care about your feelings. GG. That's Kyogre's official model. Origin Pulse doesn't care about your feelings. Get dunked on, Kyogre. GG's. See how much can change when you have a good round of Pokemon with type advantages against the boss? A few electric attacks and Kyogre's donezo. Alright. Let's see. Nope. 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 You know, I've gotten Kingler so many times because it's such a valuable Pokemon in Dynamax Adventures. Never shiny. And neither are you. Boo! Boo this whale! Boo! Anyway. GG, go next. I love when theory YouTubers make these elaborate theories and then a new game comes out and just everything they theorized was completely wrong. Everything they talked about was just completely incorrect. Huh, interesting. We have Manectric, Blossom, Noctowl. Okay, keep in mind, Manectric has Lightning Rod. Are there any good Pokemon theories? Typically, a lot of Pokemon theories are really goofy, like Ash has been in a coma for 30 years. Are there any actually good Pokemon theories? I hope this is a Lati or a rematch with Guzzlord. Wartortle has Ice Beam. Skuntank has Acid Spray. I've always kind of been fond of the N is a Zoroark theory. But even then, it's not something I take as, like, you know, I think some people get into a lot of theories and then believe it to be canon. It's the gospel truth. Like, the N is a Zoroark theory is fun, but that's kind of all it is. I don't treat it as anything more serious. What do I want to do here? Manectric is a very bizarre moveset. Psychic Fangs, sure. You could have the most bland story of all time, and you'd still have main characters in a coma theory. Tommy Pickles has been in a coma for 55 years. Pokemon doesn't really... What would even be the terminology for that? Like, you know how every Five Nights at Freddy's game now has to have a million little, like, article, like, newspapers in the background that have a character you recognize from the novel on it, and then they're connected secretly to this character. You know, they have all this lore that they have to feed people. Lore bait games? I guess. Pokemon never does much of any of that, really. There's not like 1,000 Easter eggs in every Pokemon game where you can be like, oh, this character is talked about in this article, and they're from Pokemon Ruby. Like, that doesn't happen. Pokemon's like, it's much more straightforward. It's usually like cameo characters. It's like, oh hey, it's Annabelle from Emerald's Battle Frontier. It's Looker from Platinum. It's Grimsley hanging out on the beach for some reason. Hey man, what's up? That type of stuff. Yeah, Wartortle's... Oh no, wait, that's... I think that's Galarian Linoon. Never mind. You guys were right. Wartortle was the right choice. Mangoes? The flavor's fine. They're one of the... I think they're one of the fruits with the highest content of sugar. Fun fact. Yeah. Lot of sugar in those. Aurasphere. This guy thinks he's Lucario over here. Gen 7's the main abuser of cameos. Look, it's Chorus. Look, it's Grimsley. Look, it's titular character Red and Blue. Or Green if you fuck with the Japanese versions. Or Gary if you just call Blue Gary. know. I said like lore bait. It's not always a bad thing. Like it's fun to think about, you know, future installments and lore implications. Like that's not always a bad thing. It's like the newest chapters of Deltarune. Like it's really exciting to try to piece together what's going to happen in Chapter 5 next year. Stuff like that. You just need to bring in Toby Fox to write. Bring in old Tony. Where's the Pokemon Bite of 87? I am kind of glad that Pokemon has toned down 1,000 cameo characters. I don't know, was Sun and Moon like an anniversary year? Does anybody remember? Was it like their 20 something? Maybe that's why they had so many cameo characters, because it was a big anniversary. Oh yeah, the Rainbow Rocket stuff? Yeah, definitely. Byron drunk in a random alleyway. They keep having cameos, but they're more and more unhinged. You see Fantina just hanging out, eating a sandwich somewhere. Oh. I'm like, wait a minute. You're a Manectric, but I'm a Manectric. Yeah, we're fighting a Ditto. I had to think about what was happening for a second. Swinging his shovel around. Any other Manectrics I should know about? I wish there was more, like, TVs in the Pokemon universe where they would have, like, different programming on. That would be a fun way to do a lot of cameo characters. Like, have Blaine hosting a quiz show or something casually on a TV. Like, that'd be super fun. Or Plant Time with Erica or something. I don't know. Didn't Maylene appear in a random restaurant? Yeah, there were a few cameo characters in HGSS. Wasn't Crasher Wake in there too? You just randomly run into Crasher Wake and it's like, hey man, what's happening? I think they did that to intertwine Sinnoh with Johto. Because you find Jasmine on the beach outside of Sunyshore. Or going to the north of Sunyshore. And it's like, oh, it's Jasmine, get ready for Heart Gold, Soul Silver. And then you play Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and it's like, it's Crasher Wake, you remember him? I think that was their intent with that. Hey, I got no beat. Crasher Wake is probably one of the better gym leaders in 4. Keep bringing him back, man. I'll keep hanging out with my boy Crasher Wake. Why not? He's not your favorite gym leader, Tyler? It is Latias. Okay. Alright. You think 6 had the most forgettable gym leaders? You mean you don't remember such classic characters such as Gym Leader Ramos? With the large pair of scissors? The Scissorman. Damn, I kind of stink here. I mean, honestly, I probably would agree with you. I do like Olympia. I do like Olympia, and I like Valerie. He does not have white hair. I think the Pokemon franchise might be the #1 in tricking people who think characters have white hair when it's a hat or a mask. How many people thought Brendan from Gen 3 had white hair? Oh yeah, the photographer is so boring. That was so boring. Her gym was boring too. It's like, what? She's not even buggy. Like, at least Bugsy is dressed like a bug catcher. Yeah, and Karina just looks like an NPC. She doesn't feel like a gym leader. She doesn't match Lucario. The Climber. The Climber's Grant. I remember him because he has little, like, gems in his hair. I like Grant. And he has Tyrant. Tyrant and Tyrantrum users are good with me. Oh yeah, Clement, yeah. Clement. This gym is so short. Larry is not forgettable. That's one of my favorite gags in Scarlet and Violet, when you fight Larry and then you realize that he's in the Elite Four as well, as an overworked guy. Like, that's a funny gag. Yeah, Clement, he's kind of boring. He's kind of boring. Like, he's fine in the anime, and his sister is fine. But I don't know, he's just like an electric guy in a blue suit. I wish he had a bit more going on. What's up, Hatman? Yeah, I think Larry is definitely the most popular. I mean, it's either him or Iono out of Gen 9 as far as human characters go. People like Rika too, even though she's my sworn enemy. As are you, Latios. GG. Be shiny for once. Can you be sick? I need you to be a little bit under the weather and yellow, please. What's up, Poke Guy? We just beat Latios. You thought the professors would have been more popular? I agree. I think if they were in the games more, then they would have been. I think the problem is that you barely ever interact with Sada and Turo, well, because of the story. Let's see. Is Latios gonna be sick? No. No shiny. Which is a shame because I really do like Sada and Turo's designs. They're really fun designed characters, but then you just see their holograms and then talk to the robots and then they're gone. Sonya was in Sword and Shield a lot, but she wasn't that memorable. No, she really wasn't. The only thing I remember about her is her twirling her hair. But then again, there's no character that's really that interesting in Sword and Shield. The writing department was not in for those games. How did that even happen? Like, Gen 7 had some fun characters. Some fun, interestingly written characters. I really don't know what happened. Alright, we're fighting a psychic. Okay. Alright, if you say so, game. Yeah, a grass gym guy. The guy with no nose. What's his name? Milo? I think the gym leader most people remember is Nessa from 8. Kabu's my favorite, though. He's my favorite Gen 8 gym leader. Ball guy. Standout character ball guy. Oh yeah, Raihan is very popular. You're right. You're right. Just Rising, I guess. Melanie. Yeah, she's way better than Gordy. I like Alistair over B as well. Hashtag Shield Gang. On Kabu. Yeah, I like Kabu, Nanu, and Larry. They're like the boys. I really wish they would stop consistently doing like influencer streamer characters. It's such an old trope. And they never do anything to make it interesting or unique. Oh yeah, people like Pierce, yeah. I wish his city was just, you know, a city and not a hallway. You broke your S23 phone screen? No! That sucks. Gay or European? European? Alright. Oh yeah, yeah, Pierce has that infamous scene where he goes to sing and you hear no song and you just hear the sound of his squeaking shoes. That infamous scene. That might be one of the funniest modern, like, not even just Pokemon, one of the funniest cutscenes of all time. Every time I see a clip of that go around, I just watch it and it always makes me laugh. It's so funny. I think one of the most, the most popular male character, though, is N. N gets so much love. So much merchandise, So many cards. It's definitely N would have to be up there if he's not number 1. And then for female characters, I would guess Cynthia. I would vote for Misty. I've always loved Misty. I would put her high on my list. Who else? Can't think right now. They've made a few Larry plushies, but I don't know if he has a lot of actual figures. Pokemon hasn't really done like Nendroids or Figmas in a while. A Larry Nendroid would be super popular. Yeah, Misty's a classic. I always loved Misty. Yeah, Lily, you're right. Lily would be high on that list. People love Lily. Yeah, Blue and Red would be up there for popular male characters, definitely. A lot of people like Leon. I think Leon would make a lot of top lists for popular male characters, which I personally don't understand, but sure. Isn't it funny that he got lost? I mean, I like his design. He's got a weird, goofy design. I just wish he had a more interesting personality than I get lost. I wish he had a better ace than Charizard. Having an old gen ace is so lame. I will never love champions that do that. Yeah, Cynthia's a cool character and I like her design, but she's not exactly full of personality. You think Hop gets most hated male character? Yeah, who would... If we're talking most popular, who would be the least popular characters? Hop, How? Who would be an unpopular female character? Shauna. Oh, Shauna. Bede, man, it's not fair. The one character in this gen that had a tiny little bit of interesting character and everybody ignored him. Shaking my head. I feel like people like Opal. Whitney? I mean, I see people talk about her and her Miltank all the time. Is that... Would that still count? Man, I'm jump scared every time we fight G-Max Grimmsnarl. Those legs. Mamma mia, those legs. Enter battle legs. It's like, damn, man, put those things away. Mindy. The actual least popular character, Mindy. I don't know, you think there's a lot of, like, Bertha fans out there? Like, what's somebody that just never gets brought up ever? I'm thinking through all like Elite Four right now. I feel like Drasna has some fans. I don't know if she'd be on a unpopular list. Scott. That's a good one. Scott has been forgotten to time. You could probably ask a modern or a young Pokemon fan who Scott is, and they would be like, huh? You mean the Woz? I don't know them. Bruno. Oh, the golfer lady from Gen 7. Considering I can't think of her name, that's a good one. Khaleesi, something. Callie. Carmine. No, that's a different Pokemon character. Kahila. I mean, Lorelai got a little bit in Fire Red and Leaf Green. I love Lorelai. She's probably one of my favorite female trainers. Bruno is just a black belt NPC without a shirt. Yeah, your rival in Legends Arceus is in a lot of the early story, and then they just vanish completely. Which is a shame, honestly. Honestly, a shame. I'm looking at a list of Elite Four people right now, and it's hard to pick out any characters that would be unpopular. For female characters, not like, I don't know how many fans Aaron from the Generation 4 Elite Four would be. Oh, I love Acerola. She's probably my favorite character from 7. I love her. She's my favorite. Does Bertha have fans? I mean, she's okay, I guess. She just feels like a palette-swapped Agatha, though. What if Agatha had ground Pokemon instead? I don't know, I have to hand it to Pokemon. Pokemon has a lot more older characters than most other franchises do. Oh, the Bandit Trio from PLA is the most hated. They were so pointless. Coin and Dime or whatever their names were. Penny chip and use napkin. Yeah, exactly. What about admins from certain evil teams? There's no way a character like Zero Sick has that many fans. I refuse to believe a world in which that Team Flare admin has that many fans. There can't be that many people out there that likes that guy. I mean, there's probably not a lot of people out there that could successfully name all the admins in Flare without looking it up. Hey, do you know who Mabel is? Hey, Solgaleo. Hey, Solgaleo. Can you take it easy? Big Meow Meow here is already killing us. What a cucumber on the floor. None of the Flare admins see, and that's totally valid. That is valid. I mean, I like Getsis, and Colress is pretty cool, but the Sages are I've never found them to be that interesting. I guess it makes the organization feel more culty, cult-like, when you have all these, like, however many there are old dudes that are overseeing the organization, but they're not super interesting characters. Most of them have freak names, too. Yeah, Zero Sick is the bald, well, I think he mostly bald, white face, like clown admin from Team Flare that is in the post game with Emma. That's who that is. Why Flint has a low putty on his team. Flint's Diamond and Pearl team is honestly one of the funniest things they've ever done. Nobody gave a single shit about the lack of fire types in Gen 4. Nobody cared at all. They didn't even care to have Flint even have his own team of fires. Alright, this was looking a little scary, but Ninjask with the GG there. You love to see it. GG's. Yeah, you know, if they had noticed how little fire types were in the game, they could have perhaps made Flint another type user, but no, they were like, yeah, let's just put old Ronald McDonald in the game and give him no fire types. It's gonna be great. Oh, Solgaleo, can you just be shiny? I don't want to fight you anymore. I don't want to fight anymore. Who would win? One cicada boy or a legendary lion? The results might surprise you. I like Lucian, though. I think the Gen 4 Elite Four is pretty damn boring, but I do like Lucian. And Cynthia, of course. Psychic trainers are usually pretty cool. I can think of a lot of psychic trainers I like a lot. Sabrina, Olympia, Will. There's just a lot of good psychic trainers. It's a cool aesthetic. No problem, Enzo. Thanks for joining. His team wasn't even fixed for BDSP. It had to be just like the originals. We can't make any positive changes that happened in Platinum. That is not adhering to the original vision. that we're deciding to stick to for some reason. Daisy, Blue Sister, an iconic character. What do you mean? I feel like people who like Cynthia like an idealized version that they made up in their head. Seriously, I'm like not even joking. Look at any fan art of Cynthia and it's like, oh, are we looking at the same character? Because I don't think we are. Bianca's dad. Now here's a Pokemon character. Now here's a guy. Norman is a legend for actually being a dad in a game. He's a legend because he's a dad and a bad dad. Ignoring his wife to go back to the gym. You see the way he talks to you when you beat him? It's like he's like disgusted. I love Norman because he sucks. He's funny because he's so not present. Yeah, happy Father's Day, chat. Shout out to Norman. This man is operating. This guy says he has to go back to the gym during a meteor shower at night? Something's not right. The math is not mathing. Poker game night. He's just playing with all his gym employees. Or he played with like Wally's dad. Very important business. Professor Birch's wife. Gasp. Last Ellie for Pokemon Sun and Moon demo. We got Greedent and Graplock. What are we fighting? We're fighting a Steel type. What am I doing for Father's Day? I'm gonna go out to dinner with my papa. Big dinner. This Pokemon's cool and then it opens its mouth and I don't like it. The mouth freaks me out. Entei Day. I haven't watched any of the original Pokemon movies in so long. I should go back and watch a few at some point. The third one is always my favorite. Maybe someday we'll get a new movie. You know what's been weird? There's been no leaks. Like, pretty much the entirety of PLZA kind of got leaked, and then it's just been nothing. Radio silent. No news about movies, or side games, none of that. Trevor and Tierno, the dream team. Everyone's favorite Pokemon characters. What's funny is that I'll actually be kind of sad if none of them show up in PLZA. Because, like, why not? Why would you not have him in there? It'd be fun to see him, like... Imagine Tierno with, like, a full beard or something. That would be so funny. That would be hysterical. Or Trevor. Maybe it'd be even funnier on Ginger Trevor. He just has a full... lumberjack beard, or he becomes really jacked or something. They could do so many funny things with that, but I have a feeling we're not gonna see him. I don't know why Game Freak hates. They love remaking games and going back to returning places, and then it's like, oh, this character that was here, gone, never to be mentioned again. Topsy-turvy. Yep. What could Shauna be doing? Wow, I really loved watching these fireworks with you, player character. We're like best friends and stuff now. Yeah, I don't think we'll see Serena or Callum either. Just like we haven't seen Chris. Like, I miss Chris so much. It's honestly a miracle that she's in Masters. Chris being the first female protagonist from Pokemon Crystal. I always wanted Kotobukiya to make a figure of her, and they just never have. Alright, Seeking is dead instantly. Damn. Diggersby, hold on. Hold up. Okay, well, we at least had some good damage there. We need a previous protagonist that's not red. I agree. Like, the only previous protag they're ever gonna bring back, it seems like it's red, and it's like... It would be just as cool to see... Like, it would have been so cool to see Hilda in black and white, too. Or see Wes come back in Gale of Darkness from Coliseum. They have had so many instances where it would have made perfect sense, and then they just don't do it. Yeah, they fumble it. It's like either direct sequels. It's like, where's Hilda? Where's Wes? And then they just don't do it. We'll be I bet we'll be asking the same thing with ZA. Where's Serena? Where's Callum? Like, is there some sort of rule in the Game Freak book of rules, that says that they can't do that with anybody but Red? It's so weird. Yeah, Black and White 2 is probably their best chance of that, and they just didn't do it. It's such a shame. Diggersby's gross-ass cry. Yeah, it looks like they intended for Gen 5 to last into the 3DS era. A lot of people have theorized that. Because there is a Hilda, a fully 3D modeled Hilda in the beta for X and Y. Oh, hey! What's up, Solgaleo? I'm having deja vu. I've been in this place before, higher on the street. Alright, well, we slash. Cool trainer Vince from Pokemon Stadium 2. My favorite trainer from Stadium 2 is Nick. He's the trainer you fight before Chuck that has all one-hit KO moves. Nick is a menace. That weird fucking cat is back again. Youngster Tristan. Good crit. Ow, that was a strong fire spin. Dot, dot, dot. Truer words have never been spoken. I mean, that's such an iconic boss fight. Whoa. Camera getting a little crazy here. That is such an iconic boss fight. And they've, like, never tried to recreate that again. Not that I would want them to try to recreate it, like, you know, one-to-one, but they've never brought back a past game protagonist and had him as, like, a super boss. Which is lame. Yes, that very Nick. Come on, hit! Come on, hit! Pokemon Stadium 2 has so many cheese strats used by trainers. Team Rocket Bridge, each one of the Team Rocket members always goes for something crazy. There's one that specializes in, like, Toxic Stall, one that goes for Explosion. It's kind of a shame that the side games are really the only place to find a lot of specifically themed teams. Like, why can't we have a gym leader that has, you know, they employ trick room strategies, or a gym leader that only uses X type of moves? That was I barely ever see that animation. Rental randos for Nick in the rocket fights. A lot of people were doing Stadium 2 rental randos a few years ago, and then it all kind of stopped. Alright, it's up to Galvantula. We're all dead. It's up to Spider. Save us. Oh, Diggersby is here too. Can we get a good cheer? No. Oh, we just need one more good attack. Uh-oh. Oh my. Oh, this is very close. This is a close one. Grandpa gets onto the field like, wee! He's jumping for joy. Woo! Galvantula took us home. GG. GG's. That was very close though. That was very close. GG's. Alright, can my lion be red? Nope. 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 The drought will not stop droughtin'. Alright, we'll do a few more. And then tomorrow, chat, if you can believe it, actually, well, a lot of people, it is overpriced. It's an overpriced box. I got the Cynthia Garchomp acrylic TCG box. It's what does this have? There's 6 packs in it. So I'm thinking we might open some cards tomorrow. And I have some more Japanese packs that we can open that might be fun. Alright, well, people join up. I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back. Alright. Let's see. Who have we not? We haven't seen Azelf. We haven't seen Articuno. We haven't seen Lugia. Who else haven't we seen? Okay, let's take... We got Dubwool, Stoutland, Morpeko. Lacey and her Alcremie Primarina Excadrill had you sweating. I had fun with the Drayton fight where I just used all the Pokemon I caught for his challenge and then used him in the fight. That was actually pretty fun. I think it's neat when the game forces you to use freshly caught Pokemon. They should bring that one back. Because if you just stroll in with your real team, it's like, this isn't a challenge. Jeez, you guys are all so fast. Oh, it's Togi. This would be a new shiny. This could be shiny 831. Yeah, our Chaladon is a really annoying Pokemon to fight. You can't stress that enough. It is such an annoying Pokemon to fight. Our Chaladon with stamina. Uh-oh. Hey, Togi, you didn't need to be doing all that. I still think it's so... Like, if you had asked me to predict what Pokemon would end up getting new evolutions in the DLC for Scarlet Violet, I would not have predicted Applin, and I definitely would not have predicted Duraludon. It's been how long since Blueberry and Kitakami came out? I'm still surprised. They went for 2 Gen 8 Pokemon. I would have never guessed that in 100,000 years. Applin has so many evolutions that Dragon, one of the most common secondary types for dragons to have is grass. There's so many Applin evolutions that they shot grass and dragon up on the list. Legendary Gliscor, nice. Talk about an annoying Pokemon to fight. I love Gliscor though. Great shiny too. Mega Hydrapple. Yeah, we get Mega Archaludon, Mega Hydrapple. Top 100. Oh, that's cool. Gliscor is one of those Pokemon that I always think of as being just strong. Gliscor has been competitively decent for pretty much as long as I can remember. Great shiny too. And Gligar. I only wish the rest of the Gen 4 Evos were as competitively viable. Why is nobody tearing up the place with Tangrowth? Or Licky Licky? Buff my boy Licky Licky. I have a pack to open. I might have a pack to open in Pocket. Let me check. Oh, we have more Pico and Togi here. We just need Mimikyu. I think that's the only other one in here. Where's Plusle, huh? Where's Minun? Dragon-infested apples. If they ever do a new addition to Applin's line, I'd love to see Dragon Bug. Just some more bug types in general would be swell. Mega Orthworm, now we're talking. How would you design Mega Imagine they just turn it into like Hydreigon. It sprouts 2 new heads. The Hydra Worm. What? No, but seriously, what could you do with Mega Orthworm? How would you design it? Make it a tapeworm? A Volcarona for every type. Alaskan bullworm. Just to make it ginormous and pink. Big, scary, and pink. I'm always alarmed every time Orthworm pulls his little limbs out. I'm like, oh yeah, you have little arms. I always forget about that. Because you see, worms typically don't have arms. So every time Orthworm pulls his arms out, I'm like, oh yeah. You got some arms. We're talking about Orthworm. No better subject to talk about, honestly. Who doesn't like to get a little orthy every now and then? Orthopedic. They turn Orthworm into a chiropractor. Then you can start putting fairly weird, suspicious thumbnails about his chiropractic place on YouTube. Any shiny luck today? None. The drought is still beaming down, unfortunately. And I finally see a 4-star for Wonder Pick, and it's Pikachu EX from Revelry that I already have. Bruh. Over the weekend. I got my doctorate from a cereal box. What a funny team we have. We have little guy, crawdad, bear. You know, as one does. Yeah, Primarina. I mean, Incineroar always steals the spotlight from from those competitive starters, especially even in Gen 7. But Primarina is quite strong. I've always enjoyed using Primarina in battle. Always been a fan. Yeah, great typing. And then there's Decidueye. You can be absolutely busted with good move pool and ability. You can have good move pool and ability. And you get a rock. You can have a rock. And then your Hisuian form can have another rock. I got a rock. Dang. Why is he targeting me? Yeah, I like Decidueye too. I wish it was just a little bit, especially the Hisui form. I wish they were more competitive. It really is the ultimate shame that Game Freak doesn't nerf or buff more Pokemon every gen. It's always a very tiny, tiny amount. And it's usually reserved for legendaries. Like, go back in, like, what about Onyx? Onyx has had the same attack stat as Wurmple since day one. Help him. Lift him up. That would actually be pretty hard to lift up an Onyx. But you get the idea. I mean, I only have 14 HP left, but Morpeko, honestly, strong. Good Dynamax rental. That's the nicest thing I'll say about it. About Minion Pika clone. Another Mega Mythical. Hey, it's Lugia. What's up, man? Nice seeing ya. Hey, Lug. It's Lug. Niwen Lug. If you had to give a Mega to any mythical chat, who would you choose? Mega Marshadow? Mega Genesect? What do you think Mega Volcanion would look like? I guess serious answer would be Deoxys. Mega Deoxys could be really cool. Deoxys is just cool. I love Deoxys. Mega Celebi. For Celebi, I imagine they would make it... Maybe have it like a wise elder. Give it like a long beard. Maybe a wizard staff. Turn it into Gandalf. Mega Jirachi. Mega Jirachi could be cool if they turned it... If Jirachi got, like, eyes all over its body. Biblically accurate Jirachi. Who else? Mega Darkrai could be really cool. Mega Pecharunt. I feel like the ship for Arceus to get a form has sailed. If they weren't gonna give Arceus a form in PLA... Legends Arceus, yeah. PLZA, PLA. Had to think about that for a second. Then I feel like they're never going to, which I guess is fine. Not every Pokemon needs a form, I suppose. Booper. Mega Booper. No, more Pico. Dragon Psychic Mew? I could picture that. I could picture Mew as like a little scaly dragon. Like a little cutesy little dragon. GG's. Time for Lugia to waste another one of my love balls. Sigh. You predict we get a new Reggie in either ZA or Gen 10? That would be pretty crazy. I hope we're tapped out on Reggies for a while. I don't know if I need to see any more. Alright, let's see. No. 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 Damn, man. Damn. God damn. Alright. Do one more good one, chat. Alright, you ready for the cry? That sounded familiar. I know who that is. Maybe. I know, Justin. I really wish they would bother to keep recorded data for you like that. That would be so nice to know how many rounds of each Pokemon I've fought. It really is such a crying shame that the game does not record that information for you. Alright, this is a weird team. Let's see. Who are we dealing with? Well. That would be Tapu Koko, the only fairy left. I noticed a distinct lack of ground Pokemon. Or poison. Tapu Koko has been the only fairy for like 2 years now. Picked up Xerneas, picked up the rest of them. It's just been Koko. Koko's the last electric type too. Xurkitree, Zapdos, Raikou, they're all out. So Koko is holding up both the fairy and the electric. Vicky has poison jab. Icky Vicky. Yeah, we'll be doing more Dynamax adventures next week, chat. Again, tomorrow we're gonna open some cards, have a nice chill stream. We'll probably be back with more of this next week. Have a good one, Purple Pikmin. Thanks for hanging out. Weak armor. I mean, if you think about it, Poltegeist receiving all these attacks from Pokemon, that's gotta be some real strong, whatever that teapot is made of. Aromatherapy. Poltegeist just wanted to make the vibes good. Let me just aromatherapy for the vibes. Alright, not too bad. Apparently, so there's Pokemon cafes in Japan. I think there's 2 or 3 of them. But they have Poltegeist tea, and apparently a lot of people do not like it. It's not very good. I don't remember what flavor it is, but I've seen so many people go there, try it, and then say they don't like it. Poor Poltegeist. Let me see, what flavor would you even make Poltegeist? Poltegeist. Pokemon Cafe. Damn, this is not a cheap place. Their plastic plates are 1,650 yen. So if... I mean, that's actually just $11 USD, but if the yen wasn't bad, it'd be almost $20 for a plastic plate. Guys, chill. Guys, chill. Jeez, they have a Snorlax Cafe plate that is almost 3,000 yen. It's just black tea. Flavor. Poltergeist. So, okay, oh, they have Sinistra featured right now, too. You can get a matcha latte. That's probably good. It's a tea with butterfly pea flowers and lemon. Butterfly pea flower brews blue but turns purple pink with the addition of lemon. So that's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. Butterfly pea. The butterfly piss tea. They don't literally... It's PEA. Could you imagine? I'd probably get Sinistra. I'd probably do the matcha. Black tea with 2 sugars. My favorite tea is chai. I drink chai tea literally every day. It's like the season of fall and a delicious beverage. Dual bag it, green and peppermint. You got a shiny Sharpedo? Nice. Grats. I did imagine. Go to sleep, Vicky. I think that's just kind of the thing that they do over in Japan. A lot of those character cafes. I think Kirby has a permanent one too. A lot of them are just pop-ups and they close after a period of time, but there's a few permanent ones. But usually you're going to those for the experience and not for the quality of the food. They're all kind of the same in that regard. They typically don't have, from what I've heard, they don't have like the most scrumptious, delicious, worth your money food. Viking Volt. Lemon black tea. Yeah, I always have my chai iced. I put in the cubes, I put in the chai, and then I put in a little bit of almond milk. Vanilla almond milk. That's the recipe for success. Pickleball does have poison jab. You guys are right. Who's taking this? I mean, I can. I am fighting. I don't really want to get hit by a brave bird. I mean, yeah, this is fine. Exploud, Hitmonlee. Is that Feeble? These were like 3 Pokemon where it's like, I don't even know. You accidentally got rid of your Ho-Oh route? I've done that before. Back to the randoms mine. Thievul is kind of scary, actually. I'm a little bit afraid right now. Musharna's in danger. This thing has a fire move. I want to say it has burning... I almost said burning passion. Burning jealousy. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Thievul. Thievul had my back. He's like, oh yeah, here you go. Para? Yeah, let's go. Munchlax is like, you want some more, bud? There's more where that came from. Get his ass, Munchlax. Get him. I like the way Vikavolt little legs, like, straighten out when it attacks. Vikavolt is fun. I really like the Vikavolt line. I may or may not have picked up the Charjabug sitting cutie that I will show on stream tomorrow. Let's do Lux Ball. I think this would be a new shiny for me. Thievul. Because I hatched Nickit years ago, but I never got Thievul. How many sitting cuties do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe around like 15. I don't have that many. I'm not one of those people that bought like every single one. Where would I have this? I do not have the space. I really shouldn't be buying any more when I have so little space. I have Beautyfly, Dustox, Groudon, Zoroark, Maractus. I picked up 3 new ones from the Gen 7. They haven't brought those over yet. They have not brought the Gen 7 sitting cuties over to our center yet. Yeah, Galaxy, I picked up 3. There were 2 I wanted, but they sold out. Let's see, I have Nidoking, I have Cacnea, I have Aerodactyl. There's a few I need to pick up that are eventually at some point as well. Alright, let's see how this fight goes. What's up, Silver? Ooh, Icky Vicky. It's it's funny that they I assume timed you out. I guess it'd be even funnier if they banned you for saying Ed Sheeran. The forbidden word. Do not say his name. Oh yeah, if you need something to watch tomorrow, chat, NAIC has the finals tomorrow. I think it starts at 10 Eastern. And the big NAIC is when they show all ages. And it's just one stream for everything. They do TCG, they do Pogo, they do Unite. VGC is usually... VG is last. Oh, we got the poison. Nice. Yeah, if they did a poll for prediction, I would predict Marco. He's so good. Oh, I have the shiny Rayquaza sitting cutie too. Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it? That's a great question, Galaxy. I have no idea. They don't have Unite at regular events. It's only at NAIC, EUIC. I think they just really like that one commentator from Unite. They always have his ass on stage. The guy that reminds me of Ron Swanson. Yeah, get gonked. Munchlax MVP. GG's. GG's. Oh, you talked to him and took a picture with him? That's cool. You played Pokken this weekend? Man, I still remember when VGC events, when Pokemon events had Pokken. Yeah, they usually drop like big sitting cutie restocks every few months, it seems like. Oh man, Tapu Koko, no. What a shame. The shiny drought is just never ending, chat. It's just never ending. Have I ever gotten 2 shinies at once? Yes. Hermosa, Musharna, Thundurus, Boldore, Golurk, Beartic. It's happened to me 3 times. I've never reclaimed Musharna, Boldore. How many Beartic do I have? Let's see. Dynamax box starts. It starts with numero uno. My beloved. Shout out to all 2 runs it took to get shiny Rayquaza. Here's my boy Blacephalon. Such a good shiny. Yeah, was it Thundurus or Tornado? I think it was Thundurus. It was Thundurus and Boldore. I've had the genie, all the genies shiny for so long now. It feels like I barely remember them being in here. Yeah, these are all 2022. We've been Dynamaxing for a long time, chat. I've been in the Dynamax mines for so many years. Jeez, this July was cracked. This is probably the most insane month of shinies I've ever had. Where does it even start? Pheromosa, Moltres, Acelgor, Graplock, Malamar, Zekrom, Lele, Relicanth, Mewtwo, Electabuzz, Tapu Bulu. Holy shit! I don't know if I'll ever have that much success again. That was shiny history. That was shiny history, right? Oh, and Roselia! Roselia was also July of 2022. In Worlds Month. Yeah, you know, people were joking. I got a few comments that were like, oh, I would have gone with Boldor. It's like, come on, man. No, you wouldn't have. Jeez, I got Tornadus right after in August, too. Damn. Even August was popping off. Perfect IVs. Is that possible? I mean, I have some that are close, like Armaldo. Is it possible to get a Shundo from Dynamax Adventures? I don't think that's ever happened. Hold on, I'll go over everybody. Let's see. Special attack on Necrozma, no good. Oh, that one's... Oh, Skunk Tank got close. That's a close one right there. I really don't think I've ever gotten a Shundo from this. I've hatched a few Shundos. Ooh, that Lele is pretty close. I love Lele. You know, it's been a long time since I've hatched a Shundo, too. We'll probably do a Masuda hunt next week as well. Maybe I'll try Electrike this time instead of Carvana. Oh. Oh, no. Close. That's a very good Ditto. Well, HP and speed. That Toxicity is quite close. Yeah, chat, no, I don't have any Shundos from Dynamax Adventures. The egg, I think it is a not shiny Baneri. Let's find out. We'll hatch this egg and then I'm gonna end stream. We'll hatch this one I don't think will be shiny Baneri. What do you have, Peonia? Tapu Koko? Too bad. We just fought Tapu Koko. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. I have Senti in my party, right? Yes. My ever faithful Senti Scorch. True friend of the stream. I don't think I need to spend any ore. Reminder, chat, if you do a lot of Dynamax Adventures, remind yourself at occasion to talk to this lady and spend your ore. You can at least stock up on things like Premier Balls, Lux Balls. I'm gonna need to spend some time off stream and get a few more Love Balls. Ugh, how annoying. Couldn't have just had this lady have every Pokeball in existence, huh? That would have been too much to ask for. Not shiny, just Baneri. You know what, chat? one more thing. Let's send this Baneri out into the world. Let's ship this bunny off to somebody. I mean, it's almost a hundo. Almost. Alright, let's see what we get. What do I get for my beloved Baneri that I've met 2 seconds ago? Is anybody even doing Sword and Shield surprise trades anymore? What if I get a bot trade? What if I get, like, shiny Galarian Moltres? I miss Machamps.com. All the ones in Scarlet and Violet are not nearly as funny. They're just like Pokemon.Discord. Machamps.com had soul. Wow, you got a shiny Sizzlepede from the Bug Gym trial? Dang, I don't think anybody's online, chat. It's just me. It's just little old me. There's no one out there. No one wants this rabbit. Oh, it's time. You saw the sparkles? That's amazing, though. Oh, for a Gible? For me and a Lux Ball? A male Gibble. Nice. Acceptable. Oh, this isn't even a breed jack. Somebody just caught a Japanese Gibble in a Lux Ball. Sure. Alright, everybody. Well, that was a good night at Dynamax, and thanks for raiding with me, everybody. I appreciate it. I just used the word everybody too close to twice. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow for a comfy card opening stream. We're gonna open the Cynthia Garchomp box and a bunch of Japanese packs. That'll be fun. And then next week, we'll have more of this. And I still gotta figure out what retro achievement game I want to replace Coliseum with. We'll figure it out. Yeah, some good stuff coming up, chat. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for raiding. Thanks for all the follows. Shout out to the YouTube viewers, the VOD watchers. I appreciate you all. And yeah, have a good one, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you all tomorrow. Good night. Bye.